Hey guys, how's it going? Tom here, and this is training day 4. Alright guys, thank you for joining me today. Training day 4, rolling handle and vertical bar. I'm reasonably looking forward to it actually. I've just done a quick video there on this new blob trainer thing and a bit of blob technique, so I'm pretty warmed up actually, so I'm probably going to go straight in at my working sets on the hang grippers. But a nice little session in store today, starting at 80 kilos on the 50mm rolling handle. I'm working up in 2.5, so hopefully we should finish around 92.5, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Like we said in the last episode, don't be afraid of sort of going slightly off your training plan, even if it's just like 1 or 2 kilos. You've got to make sure that you get all the reps in. And then we are doing 3 10-second holds at 80 kilograms on the vertical bar, which should be pretty juicy. I'm going to try that same technique that I did last time, going really low on the bar, and I'll have to just count in my head. I don't have any sort of clock in here, so hopefully I can get roughly around 10 seconds, but straight into the hand grippers, elite number 3, 3 sets of 8, nice loud clicks, and then I'll work on to the number 4. Right, so I think because I'm doing holds today, I might do almost negatives on the number 4 here. So if I do 5 sets of 2 negatives on each side. What I mean by negative is I'm going to close the hand gripper and then slowly open it up. Apparently this helps sort of build your endurance. It also helps build the last portion of the close. They've never really worked for me when I've tried them. As some of you probably know, I've done literally everything to do with hand grippers. I've tried training with them every day. I've tried doing a huge amount of reps. I've tried holds for time. I've tried literally everything with them. What I find works best for me is just the classic 5 sets of 2, working up a little bit of weight. Negatives, I've never really seen any benefit from them, but they might help me on the vertical bar. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So 5 sets of 2, each hand with a slow release. Oh, Jesus, they were really difficult at the end there on both hands. Couldn't quite get the last rep on my left there, but yeah, they were really tough. I feel it on like the upper part of my forearm, I guess. So difficult. Hopefully they're engaging a slightly different muscle to get me ready for those holds for time. But rolling handle first, I will chuck, so what we're going to do, 25, 50, 75. So I'll do, it's going to be 4 little warm-up sets, just 2 reps. Might do a couple more on the first one. But yeah, let's work up to the working sets. All right, so we've got 80 loaded on there, which is my first set. Again, what I'm going to try and do is keep my rest. I'll probably go for about a minute on this because I'm not going to be sort of out on my own on this one. I'm going to be sort of mid-table, I guess, so I might get a little bit more rest in between jumps. So probably give myself a minute. Again, this is more of like a full body lift as well, so it might take a little bit extra for me to recover instead of on pinch where it's literally just my hand, my forearm, which recover really quick. This is more legs, back, So it's a bit of everything. So first set, 80 kilos. Should be pretty routine. Yep, felt nice on both hands. Nice and easy, so we chuck a 2.5 on. And then I'll give myself about a minute. Sorry for anyone that's a bit anal about the plates. I've just made myself a nice little sandwich there. So yeah, about a minute's rest. Also, I thought I'd just explain sort of the idea behind doing the 50mm rolling handle as opposed to the 60, which we usually do. We usually do the 50mm for women and 60mm for men. I feel like this year, everyone doing the 50mm, it kind of takes out the bigger hands equation a bit more, whereas the guys who are lifting on the 60mm rolling handle who have bigger hands are at more of an advantage than the smaller guys that generally tend to have smaller hands. So I feel like it's going to be interesting to see what sort of numbers we come up with. Hopefully we're grouped a bit closer together than they were last year. Like a lot of the big lifters sort of just ran away with it, where most people were getting stuck around like 60 to 80 kilos. Then we had guys lifting over 100. So there was a massive difference between the weight categories, which the bigger guys tend to be in the bigger categories, so have bigger hands, so therefore got bigger numbers. But 50mm rolling handle, I guess we'll see if my logic's right, but it should hopefully give us a bit more of a level playing field across the board. All right, pretty good. Let's chuck another 2.5 on. So this takes us up to 85 kilos, again for a double, so 10 reps in total, 8 to go. Whew, I'm gonna feel tired after this. Just while I'm having a drink though, I just thought, if you guys didn't know, Beast Farm are one of the sponsors for the Grip League, which is absolutely amazing. They're going to be providing like supplements and stuff like that to the winners, which is so cool that this year we're sort of able to get a load of sponsors on board, giving us some prizes for the athletes. And it's just really cool to see sort of the sport growing a bit more and not becoming mainstream, but just a bit more interest in it and people taking it a bit more serious. And you know, we're able to sort of get these sponsors on board and give prizes, as well as us giving prizes as well. It just makes it a bit more worthwhile for everyone to have something to go for, and just a bit of fun, isn't it? But to get some prizes as well, it's amazing. So set number 3, 85 kilos. Let's get her up. Left feels very strong today. I can't quite remember what I got on my left last week, but I feel like it might beat it today. I'm guessing it was around this weight, 85, maybe a tiny bit more, but 87.5 now. Again, probably about a minute rest, and then I'll crack it up. All right, so we're up to 90 kilos now. Set number 4. Woo! I'm sure that's got to be a PB on my left. 90 kilos. Buzzing. Right, last set on the rolling handle. 92.5 kilograms. 2 big reps. see if the left can get it. Oh, not quite. Well, at least it got 1 rep, but I get that programming felt about right. Yeah, I guess it starts a little bit heavier next week, which I'd like, but that was really good. So we've got 2 out of 3 right so far. Obviously we had to go up a little bit on the pinch block, but the hub and the rolling handle were pretty much spot on. I guess we'll see how the vertical bar feels with 80 kilos on it. Again, we'll just go straight in at that weight because we're very well warmed up. Forgot to mention actually, the new Gods of Grip socks obviously giving me instant boost to grip strength. That's why I'm performing well above expectations. We've got these pretty cool white ones and then some black, purple and yellow funky ones as well, which are really cool. So they're available now. I'm enjoying wearing them obviously for the increased grip strength boost, but vertical bar, I'm going to just try and count in my head 10 seconds. So we'll see how that goes. That is nasty. Again, I think that was probably about 10 seconds, but 2 more sets of that. I'm definitely going to feel that on the skin. It's feeling pretty raw already after pinching yesterday. I was supposed to have a rest day, but I've just got straight back into it today while the weather's so horrible. Right, I reckon I've probably had 2 or 3 minutes rest there with this because I'm only going to be doing it once unless I completely mess up my hand position. You know, there's no point in sort of getting straight back into this because this is one where it's just going to destroy your nervous system just before the hub event, which is going to be interesting to see. But yeah, I want to try and give myself a bit more of a rest for this event. Something I would mention is you do get 3 attempts at this. So if you lift it and you feel uncomfortable, I'd just drop it straight away. There's no point in wasting energy when you've got a bad hand position. Just reset and go again. You know, there's no harm in doing that. You want to give it all on 1 good attempt instead of half-arsing sort of 2 attempts. So if you're not feeling comfortable when you lift it, drop it back down, reset, go again. That's probably what I'd say. But let's get another 10 seconds here. That felt a little bit more comfortable than my first attempt. Again, I think my hand position was slightly better there. I'm definitely feeling more on the thumb. That's from the pinch yesterday. Yeah, this is what we were sort of talking about yesterday with the preparing your skin. Because I sort of haven't done any pinch block lifting for ages, my skin just isn't ready for sort of those numbers. You've got to harden it up a bit. Otherwise it's just going to tear, especially on pinch block, which is so massive on the thumb. You've got to prepare your skin and like build it up, which, as crazy as it sounds, it's a really important part of grip. Right, on to the last set. I might try and give this one an extra second, just in case I'm counting a bit fast, which I imagine I probably am. So I'm aiming for 11 seconds, which will probably be about 9. Almost felt a little bit easier weight-wise, but definitely very tough on the skin, that, especially when it starts peeling out. But that's session number 4 done. We've got, how many have we got left? A lot to go, but that's my first sort of week done now, which is really good. I'll cross those 2 days off the board, and then I'll see you next week for episode number 5.